Good afternoon, or good morning, it's still morning. We're usually live at 12 p.m. Today we're going to be live at 11 a.m. So good morning, Lincoln. Mitzi Cruz here with Lincoln Live, and today we have the pleasure of having a few different folks that we're interviewing. So we are live this morning with City Council Member Peter Gilbert and Harriet Garland. She is with the Lincoln Rotary, as well as Dawn Marie Pesola. And she is with Seniors First. And today we have the pleasure of talking about the new Lincoln Senior Center, which will be opening here pretty shortly. I believe kind of tentatively October-ish, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't heard about the Senior Center, I was initially introduced at the State of the City breakfast a couple months back, and just super impressed with what is going on behind the scenes for the Senior Center and what that's going to look like for Lincoln's seniors. So thank you all for joining us this morning. And can we start off, we'll just kind of go around and you can tell us a little bit about yourselves, introduce yourselves.
Well, thank you. And thank you for giving us this opportunity to let the community know about what we're trying to put together. It's very, very exciting. And my name, again, is Peter Gilbert. Serve on the City Council. I'm in my second term, have about another 2.5 years to go. And I've been involved in community work most of my adult life, and I think it came from my parents who also did that. So I enjoy working with a group of people where we have to put our heads together to figure out how to solve a challenge there may be. And as it turned out, you'll find out from others that are here this morning, we were all thinking alike about, gee, there's a problem here in Lincoln, and we ended up joining forces, and it's become a very effective group of people. And I think we're on the brink of really adding a nice element to the community. And being a senior myself, it's there to serve seniors. And so for selfish reasons, I'm very, very happy with what we're doing.
Now, let me just piggyback off that. My father is a senior in the community as well, and so yes, I also feel like it's very selfish that I'm so excited about this project, but not just for my father, obviously, but for all of the seniors in Lincoln that need a place to go to have that social aspect that sometimes kind of goes by the wayside. You know, as a daughter of a father that has those needs, sometimes it's really easy to just kind of try and help address the pressing needs of meals and housing and things like that. But, you know, the social aspect kind of goes by the wayside because I'm busy with my life and things like that. So I think it's incredible what you guys are doing, and I'm so super excited. So really great group of people.
Yes, it is. And another element that the way we were able to work this out is this is a city-owned building, and it will continue to be a city-owned building. Our senior program will only be in there, 2-3 hours Monday through Friday. So the question becomes, well, this building's going to sit there. And so what was the plan we worked out, put together by our city attorney, is we will be a tenant in the building, and we'll have exclusive use of the building to serve the senior community. But when we're not there, it's going to be a city-owned building, which you or I can rent if we want for meetings and get-togethers. And it's being fully remodeled inside, and new paint outside. It's being handicap compliant. That part of it is finished. So we're really adding an asset to the city, another meeting place that the whole community will be able to use once we're up and running for that, maybe later this year.
Gotcha. So Harriet, can you tell us about how the Lincoln Rotary ties into all this?
Absolutely. And first, thank you again. And as Peter said, and you said, I hate to overuse the word exciting, but we are really excited about this. About 3 years ago, I'm on the Community Services Committee for Lincoln Rotary, and about 3 years ago, two of my girlfriends, fellow Rotarians, and I, we were just talking. We said, there's no place for seniors here in Lincoln. And we thought, no, there must be. And we started investigating, and no, there wasn't.
Mhm.
So we started doing some legwork, and we went to, found out there really was nothing here in Lincoln. We went and visited the Maidu Center in Roseville, which is quite successful. One of our members was friends with senior director at Seniors First, and so we went and visited them and talked with them, and they were excited, and minds start working together. And so we spent, and then we went to some of the apartment complexes here in Lincoln, and we spent about two and a half years, 3 years. We came to our city manager at the time, and we said, we just discovered there's no facilities for seniors here, and that's not right.
Right.
And he said, well, no, there isn't. And so one thing led to another. And our vision was that we didn't want this to be a Rotary Senior Center. This had to be a Lincoln Community Senior Center. We needed to get all the service clubs together. We needed to get the churches involved and so forth. We did attempt to do a meeting with all the churches. We had a little bit of challenges with that. Addresses were wrong. We had more envelopes returned to us than actually reached the recipient. And then, unbeknownst to us, Peter goes to the city manager and basically, I think, said the same thing. There's nothing here for seniors. So
Right.
the city manager put us both together, and the rest is, and Seniors First involved in it. The rest is really history, and it's been absolutely amazing, just amazing. So we are very excited.
Yes, so incredible. And I thank all of you for your hard work. I know that there are several people that are also involved who aren't here with us today, but I mean,
Many people.
yeah.
To cover that, because it's very true, we had a church that has done probably $20,000 worth of work for us.
Wow.
For just the material costs. We could not have remodeled to the degree we have without their help. So we will open up, we'll be in business, and then we're going to have a grand opening.
Yes.
And we're going to let the community know about each church, each service club, each individual that has helped us either with money or donations, labor, whatever it is. So we're going to have a celebration to really let the community know that this is, as Harriet said, a coming together of various elements to make it successful.
That's so great. I
But we
can't wait.
needed Seniors First because they serve meals.
Yes, so that's a perfect lead in. So Dawn Marie, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, and as well as how this all ties in with Seniors First?
My board chair, Jamie Horning's been involved in working with Harriet and Peter and the team to make this happen. I'm here as a guest, and thank you for having me. I manage the senior nutrition department for Seniors First. So that is 8 cafes that seniors can go and enjoy lunch. And then I also manage the Meals on Wheels program for Placer County.
Okay, so Andres just advised us, I guess people are having a little trouble hearing us.
Oh, okay.
So we will try and project a little more. Is that better? A little bit better? Okay, all right. Thank you guys, thanks. As always, we welcome your comments, your questions, your participation. This is your show, so please do ask questions and comment, share, and that's how you're entered into our raffle for that lovely Country Harvest gift basket. So, excuse me. So let's talk more about what all is going to take place at the Senior Center. Other than meals, what other visions do you guys have for activities and things like that? Or
Well, you never know when you get a group of people together,
sure,
really what they like or what they may want. And we want to do things that are going to cause the seniors that start in the program to tell their friends and relatives about how great the experience is. So what we've decided to do when we open up the doors, Seniors First will start serving meals. And when we have that part of the program down pat, we will then start asking all the people, what would you like to have here? Well, we've already had groups of singers, dancers, speakers on every subject you can think of. Do they want to play cards? Do they want to do this? Whatever makes sense to the group, we'll let the group dynamics kind of dictate that.
sure.
And then we have knock wood, raise enough money so we can afford to take those programs that they want and get them started in the facility. So we don't want to tell you what they're going to want because we don't know what they're going to want. But we're all dedicated to the fact that we want to do the thing that will make the socialization, besides the meal, the socialization an important part of their life. And I could say that I had a relative, and we've talked about this, that was kind of isolated after he lost his spouse. Yeah. He got involved in a seniors program in another community, and it started fulfilling a void, which is so important for somebody that we can drag them away from the book or the boob tube and get them here where they can get something more to their life.
Yeah.
We have a few questions already.
Yes.
So Sonia asked, can anyone go, even the seniors from Lincoln Hills?
Yes.
Absolutely.
And then Kate asks where the center will be located.
Okay, well,
I don't have the exact address. You do,
it's,
Peter.
I don't know if I have the exact. This I can tell you, it's on H Street, and I believe it's 492 H Street, right next door to original Firehouse number 2. So if you're driving along, you see a little Firehouse number 2, will be right next door. We've commissioned one of my colleagues on the city council, Paul Joyner, who will design a monument sign that will be up in front of the building. And so we'll just have to get the exact address at another time. I've gone there 100 times. And you know, it's like, oh, it's over there. You know, it's behind this restaurant. But so I don't really.
Yeah, I think it's also important to emphasize we really want to encourage all seniors.
Yes.
All Lincoln residents.
And
all
maybe,
seniors are welcome, and we want you there.
Maybe we should talk about the cost of the meal.
Yes.
Okay. Our program is donation based. All seniors are welcome. Yes, Lincoln Hills, anyone in Placer County, actually any senior here in Lincoln is welcome to come. The donation, it's donation based, so the suggested donation would be $3. If you have $3, fine. If not, it's all donation based, so we're okay. We are there, and what you were talking about as far as workshops, speakers, games, bingo, we do it all at our cafes. And sometimes we have 30, 40 people at some of our cafes, and it's socializing, meeting friends, having people to sit and visit with. It's so important.
And we have another question. Can seniors with disabilities get help getting there?
Yes. If you call Seniors First, 530-889-9500, we have a program called My Rides, and we can get them there.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
And another thing, one of our biggest expenditures, which Harriet and the rest of the group had to approve, was converting this into a safe as well as disabled accessible facility. And that part of it is just about finished. It was half our budget, but we knew that, you know, we had to do it for 2 reasons. Number one, it is a city-owned building,
Right.
so it has to be. And number 2, a lot of the folks that we want to have in that building have some type of disability.
Sure.
So we want to make it as easy as possible for them to get to the meetings and the lunches.
So I'm glad that you mentioned funding, because I'm sure that all of you watching are probably curious, where did the funding come from for this project and this building and retrofitting the building and all of that? So if you guys don't mind, can you tell us a little bit about funding and how, and maybe even some ongoing funding needs that will be required to keep the senior center going?
Well, because of the graciousness of the program for the meals, we don't need to pay for the food.
Right.
And that will be, we don't have to pay any rent to the city because we're making a major financial improvement to the building.
Right.
And the city will then have the building available all other times where groups can rent it out. However, I've been raising money most of my adult life. I've worked with nonprofits, and I've got to tell you that this community, like Lincoln always does, whether we talk about the service clubs, whether we talk about churches, we talk about developers and builders, everybody that I asked stepped up to the table, and we raised all the money we needed to build and open the place in a short period of time. Sitting next to me is a Lincoln Rotarian who were involved from the very beginning, and I think so far it's $10,000 that's
Yes.
coming from your club.
Yeah.
So with people like that,
Yeah.
that part of my job was very easy.
But it's also been, I think, a tribute to all of the service clubs and the churches in Lincoln. Lincoln Rotary is very committed to the project, but I remember very well sitting at one of the first meetings that Peter pulled together, and if I'm not mistaken, there was 33 or 34 different organizations represented, and he would ask for who could do this, who can get this, and the hands were going up, and I've never been in a meeting like that in my life.
Wow.
So it was amazing, and it shows what can happen when everybody works together.
Yes, we have Lincoln Lions Club, we have 2 Lions Clubs, and both of them donated. The Lincoln Hills Foundation was a major contributor, and as I said, developers, etc. Now, what we're going to do when we open the doors is we're going to have a pictorial on the wall of all of the individuals and all of the groups that have donated to getting this place open. And it's going to have to be a big list because it keeps growing. But that's an easy problem to solve.
And we have a few more questions.
Wonderful.
Will service groups be invited in to help with the meals?
Oh, we love volunteers. Our program is all about volunteering. At the cafe, they can come in and help volunteer serve lunch, or we also have our Meals on Wheels program, and we're constantly looking for volunteers to serve a short route here in Lincoln. We have Sun City, Lincoln, as well as Lincoln proper. So we will be running the Meals on Wheels program at that location also. So volunteers, yes, call me.
And then any ideas on what days and hours the center will be available?
That's easy. We want to start off with serving the lunch meal. So the staff will probably get there sometime mid-morning. We'll open up the door at whatever is the right hour, close to noon, and people will come in, socialize, get their meal, more socialization, maybe there's a program. So it's probably going to start off maybe 11, and don't cast this in concrete, probably like 11 to 2. But again, we'll poll the people, and whatever their needs are, if we have the resources, we'll stay open later, we'll open earlier, and this will be Monday through Friday. We'll serve the meals. Now, we may have programs on the weekends without a meal where we want to maybe have a morning get together on a special interest group, etc. You want to add anything to
No,
that?
I think
Harriet?
I think it'll grow, the hours will grow, as the programs grow, the hours I think will extend.
If they have any questions regarding the cafe and my program, my number's 530-878-5718.
And just so you guys know, I will have everybody's contact. I do have everybody's contact information. So if you have any direct questions, also after the interview, I know a lot of you guys will watch this on the replay later and whatnot. Please do reach out, and we'll also post the information in the comments as well. So definitely.
We'll get you the address. That's,
Yeah.
that's kind of important.
Otherwise, we have to take a field trip, and it's gonna get bumpy, and yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I am so beyond excited. I know it's funny because when my dad first moved to Lincoln 2 or 3 years ago, I posted something on Good Neighbors of Lincoln, and I asked about senior groups and places he could go socialize. He was in Roseville previously, and so that was even harder for me to have that time with him on a consistent basis. But now I'll have him walk to my office once a week, and then we walk to lunch, and so that's the only time he's kind of getting out and walking. And so I'm really going to encourage him to utilize the senior center on a daily basis, well, with the exception of the day that we go to lunch, of course. But I see this being really life-changing for him.
Yes, and one last point I'd like to make, and Harriet and others are going to handle our publicity, but we don't have a lot of money to spend.
Sure.
So I think anybody that's watching today,
Yeah.
and as more information comes out, please take it upon yourself to share it with your neighbors and friends when we announce our official opening date, because the more the merrier. We were donated by a church who you'll learn about later, 10 5-foot tables. Another Seniors First is giving us 50 chairs, and we even have one of our hardest working people in China right now getting new tabs for the bottom of the chair at 1/10 of what they would have cost us here.
Wow.
So everybody's doing little things, and my hope is that a year from now, we've got all the tables full, and now we have to go find more tables because we've got more people. That would really be the payback.
That would be a
for
great
all of us.
problem to have.
Yes.
So one thing that hasn't been asked, I'm surprised. So as far as when that building is up and going and people are able to rent it out, what will the capacity be? Or do we know that? Do we have maybe a rough idea?
We'll have the fire marshal once we're finished. Will come in and bless us that it's ready to go,
Sure.
and also do a rating.
Okay.
So they'll tell us how many. Now, right next door is a historic building, and it's called Lincoln Firehouse Number 2. And this building that we're using used to be where they took showers, the volunteer firemen, where they ate their meals, the bathroom facilities were there, etc. The firehouse itself would not be able to be used today as a firehouse. You couldn't get a fire truck through the door, and you can imagine how narrow it is.
Sure.
However, we could, in time, if the necessity is there, we could expand into that building as well. So when that day comes, we'll consider that.
Got it.
Does the center have a Facebook page?
Ooh, good question.
Not yet.
No, but we probably
Should.
well, I would suggest to you, because it is a city-owned facility, will be on the city site. So it will just be another click to get onto ours, because that's the natural way to go. And then, of course, all of the other community groups that are locked into our site will have the ability to push people onto this. So thank you for the question, and I will go talk to the appropriate people about planning that when we're ready to open up doors.
Perfect. And I just want to mention, we'll also, as soon as the information is available regarding the dates for the soft opening as well as the grand opening, we will make that available, and we'll post that here on Lincoln Live, so you guys are all aware of that as well if you hadn't heard by then. And were you going to say something, Marie?
I was just going to say, we do have a Facebook site, Seniors First does, and so does Placer County Meals on Wheels, and I post things that are going on during our lunchtime.
Okay.
So that's another site that you can like and stay updated.
Perfect. So do we have any final thoughts, questions, anything else that we haven't talked about?
Nothing new yet.
Okay. I just want to give Andra a big shout out too, because as our show has grown, I actually have brought on another gal that's helped out, and you guys know her. That's Lucia. She's actually away for a month, and so I'm just going to be handling everything behind the scenes, from doing the camera work to keeping track of everybody who's sharing live for the raffle. And so she's just done a phenomenal job today, so thank you very much, Andra. And then did you have the names for everybody who shared live, so we can go ahead and get the raffle done, and then we'll wrap up?
They are sticky notes, so they might stick together.
Okay. Do we have anything to put them in? I guess we should have worked that out first.
No.
Okay. All right, well.
This is empty.
Okay, perfect. All right, so everybody who has shared live and commented shared, we're going to go ahead and do a special raffle, and we will have Peter do the honors. And this is for a $50 gift, a gift basket to Country Harvest, which
Very
Yeah.
nice.
we love Country Harvest.
Very nice.
Yes.
They are great.
A lot of handmade soaps and yummy treats.
Yes. Anybody else that has shared that hasn't commented, shared just yet? Going
Not
once,
yet.
going twice. All right, Peter, do you mind doing the
Sure,
honors?
sure. Get my big hand in there.
we
It's
could always
tricky.
we could always just open it on the side.
No, well, they're sticking
There we go.
together.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got one. There we
Okay.
go.
So, Carol Witten, congratulations. You are the recipient of the gift, the weekly raffle prize this week. So, anyway, anything else, or are we? We've pretty much talked about everything, huh?
I
Thank
think
you so much for the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you.
Really, really
And
appreciate
Sonia
it.
would like
We
to
will.
thank you for honoring and taking care of our seniors.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you all. Thank you all. You deserve a big round of applause.
Thank you.
We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.